Hampshire Motor Speedway is the most prestigious racetrack in New England. Win an NHMS and you're a star. Today's the All-Stars, the Whelen Modified Tour at the Magic Mile. If you're a fan of the Modifieds, this is one of the most highly anticipated race days of the year, the All-Star Shootout for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Hi, everybody. Ralph Shaheen alongside Tommy Baldwin and Derek Perniciglio will be covering the action for us down along the racetrack. And, Tommy, we have a beautiful day for racing.
It absolutely is perfect for conditions for the racetrack and the Modifieds. This is the Daytona 500 weekend for the Modifieds, for the NASCAR Modifieds, and everybody's very excited to be here, and hopefully we'll put on a great show.
They're going to run 35 laps, no points up for grabs, but a whole bunch of prestige.
It is. It's it's a little bit of money, but it's a very good practice day for tomorrow's 100-lap race. So a lot of great race car drivers in this race, and hopefully they can put on a really nice show.
Rob Summers is going to lead them to the flag, but boy, it's a deep field. All the way back on the inside of row 9, you'll find Ryan Preece.
Yeah, today they picked out of a hat for starting positions, and he got the short straw.
NASCAR's Premier Series driver Ryan Newman is in the race as well. He'll be deep in the field in row 7. All right, here we go. Green flag, and we're racing at the Magic Mile. Wow, look at the bottom open up, and Matt Swanson taking advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be,
Oh, problems. Sapienza gets loose and collects Patrick Emmerling.
Yeah, it's a shame. Looks like he just got a little bit loose off of turn 2 there, and 07 was just a bit.
Well, it's unusual, though, Tommy, because they don't usually get loose like that far after the corner.
Yeah, but sometimes with these Modifieds with the dirty air and you got to remember it's just the start of the race. The tires are really cold. Wasn't a lot of grip in them. Wasn't a lot of air on the car being that far back, and it looks like he just got loose. Almost got into Ryan Preece there as well. He got lucky there.
Pretty good hit here at the beginning of the day, and Emmerling headed to the garage. A lot of work to be done on that car, and certainly a lot of work on Sapienza's machine as well, as they'll be trying to get ready for tomorrow's event as well, which you'll see here on NBCSN. Good to see Dave out of the car. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Loudon, New Hampshire, the All-Star Shootout for the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. Ready to get back to green and hopefully get a lap in under green. Boy, Summers with a big jump.
See the bottom groove. They're going to try working that groove all day. It's going to be kind of hard with the PJ1 adhesive that they've applied on the track for extra grip, but they're going to keep trying. This Matt Swanson kid, I've been watching him all year. He's done a really good job. And obviously, you see the 3-car in the picture. Every single televised race, you see him up front. So
Swanson in the black, white, and red 89, but Summers getting the push here. The 7 and Y of John McKennedy.
Good slide job there for McKennedy.
The blue 3, that's Rowan Pennick. Sitting in third as we drop back. There's Bonsignor in the 51 and Ryan Newman in that 77.
Yeah, the Bonsignor and Newman, they're kind of stuck on the bottom here a little bit, and they're going to try to work. The 51, he gets back up the top here, a little bit more grip up there. But if you don't do the slide job just like the 3-car did and get that guy out of the way, it's going to be kind of hard passing on the bottom today.
Pennick into 3, forcing his way past. Here's Swanson. It looks like he's got the 46 of Craig Lutz coming through with him.
And that was perfect execution by Swanson there, getting back up to the top groove.
Tommy, drafting is such a big part of the Modifieds here at Loudon. How are they going to try to execute that here today?
Well, obviously they're going to probably wait till the end of this first segment at lap 18, 19 to try to catch the 7. 7's been strong all day here in practice, and it's a pretty good car the start of this race, and hopefully they'll catch them and put on a really good show here in the last 2 laps of this segment.
See that bright yellow car of Eric Goodale inside the top 10, just outside the top 5, but also creeping into the picture. I caught a glimpse of the 2, the multi-time champion Doug Coby. And let's take a look back at last year. Newman in the 77 and Priest right there with him as they battle for the win.
Yeah, last lap going into 1, Newman kind of gave him a little bit of room there, and then Priest finished him off and got the win.
All about the prestige, and Ryan Priest added to his resume. Newman not so happy about it, was he?
No, but I think if the shoe was on the other foot, it would have been the same story.
Ryan Priest with a big win here last year, right in the thick of it again this season.
As we're ending the first segment here, the 7 car was real strong. They didn't seem to really catch him in the draft. Shows that the car was pretty good.
Everybody chasing John McKennedy in the 7NY right now. You can see them all trying to break the draft too as they snake their way down the backstretch. And here's Coby right there in the black 2, the back end of this group. Bonsignor in the 51, Newman in the blue 77.
They ran just enough laps of green flag laps to start the tire wear and the cars handling issues coming into play. That's why you're starting to see these guys break up in the draft. And what that does is it gives a chance for the better cars to go down to the bottom and slide up in front of each other for positions.
Coby starting to work his way through in that 2, but joining him in the fight is the 44 of Bobby Santos.
Yeah, and you see Bobby Santos, he's all of a sudden at the end of these races, all of a sudden you start seeing that 44, and he's working the bottom. He's been the bottom master here the last couple of years at the end of these races, getting these wins, and I'm not sure if he's just not practicing for tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Here comes Bonsignor looking to get inside of Summers, and the 51 moves up another spot.
As you can see, they're breaking up a little bit and allowing these better handling cars to move to the front.
Coby stalking Goodale. He's right behind that yellow machine now. And here's Pennick looking inside the race leader of McKennedy, and we've got a new leader.
I think that lap 20 of the competition caution, I think everybody let off here. So.
Yep, that's exactly the case. Cruising down the backstretch. McKennedy credited with leading at the line as the competition caution came out.
So this will be interesting. Now we'll have the wheel spinning, and I think it was going to be 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Lucky fan's going to get a chance to spin the wheel, and we'll see how they're going to invert.
There it is. 5 is the number. So McKennedy will start 5th when we come back for the second half of the NASCAR Whelen Modified All-Star Race. Welcome back to the NASCAR Whelen Modified All-Star Race. 15 laps to go. Ralph Shaheen, Tommy Baldwin, and Derek Perniciglio as we go back to green.
Eric Dell with a really good push from Rowan Pennick in the 3 car.
Bonsignor on the bottom in the 51. Remember, we inverted the top 5. Pennick been pretty quick today in that blue 3. Coby with a good spot now. He's crawled all the way up to 4th. Pennick looks inside. New leader.
Yeah, that car is always running up front here in New Hampshire. The car is very stable in the draft, and no matter who's driving that car, they're always working for the lead.
And a lot of legends have.
For sure.
Goodale fighting back to the inside in the 58.
It's going to be really hard for Goodale. If he didn't do the slide job and get in front of him, he'll probably lose 2 or 3 positions here because those guys are lined up top. And it's just a product of this racetrack right now.
That invert really has hurt McKennedy, hasn't it?
Yeah, I saw in the start there, he got pushed up in the high groove in the marbles there and fell all the way back to 10th. So hopefully he can work his way up. It's a very short race here, so only 12 laps remaining.
Panic, Bonsignor, Kobe, that's the top three right now.
And what these guys are doing, they're going to try to fight really to get to second place. The position they want to be right now is second. They want to get there to be the final laps of this race and take advantage, just kind of like what the 51's doing here. He kind of knows he's got a lot of time left, so whether he's trying to learn what to do later on, because he knows the 3 car is going to pass him back.
Let's learn more about Justin Bonsignor. Here's Derek.
Justin Bonsignor in the Phoenix Communications, number 51, just took the lead. The spotter came over the radio and said, "You have a really good car. I think we can walk away from these guys. Just don't overdrive the corners."
You see Santos in the 44 get a little loose. Penick taking a peek outside.
These guys are probably just settling here right now, just trying to get to the end of this race to make their moves. Obviously, Doug Kobe in the 2 car running third here. He's just eyeing everybody up. He's always been really, really good here at this facility.
Kobe in that Mayhew Tools Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair, number 2. Let's hear about another driver in the thick of this one, Derek.
Well, we've been keeping an eye on the number 6 of Ryan Priest. He was just posted. They waved the black flag at him. We found out there is fluid leaking out of the rear of the car, so they are calling him into the pits. The crew is going to have to check out what's going on with the 6 machine.
Tough break there, one of the strongest drivers in the field.
Yeah, obviously he's got Louisiana hot sauce on the car as a sponsor this weekend. He wants to put on a good show for them, but seems like he's been struggling today.
You have to like Kobe's shot here, too, in that 2 car.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he has to get to second, and he knows that 3 car is going to have a really, really big back bumper here in the next 7 laps. So if he doesn't make his move and get in position, he knows his shot of winning is going to be kind of hard.
Kobe right in the tracks of Penick.
51 car has been the story all year, and you can see Ryan Newman coming back through the pack. He actually pitted during the competition caution and started last, and he's trying to work his way back up to the front.
Timmy Solomito in the 16 in that group as well. They're back 9th, 10th, and 11th. Here's the lead group of 4. Bonsignor doing everything he can to break the draft, while the other 2 right behind him try to hang in there.
Like I was saying earlier, the 51's been the class of the field all year long. They've made great changes during the pit stops and got them in the great, they got a really good pit crew. They've got them to the front on every pit stop during every single race and put them in position to capitalize, and that's why he's the point leader, and that's why he's leading this race today.
Bonsignor might not have to worry about Kobe. It might be Penick that gives him the biggest headache here. Oh, and Summers is slow.
Seems like he has a little issue. I'm not sure what it was. I would say here in the next 1 or 2 laps, you're going to see these top 3 or 4 guys start to get a little bit close to each other.
Kobe trying to inch his way up to the backside of Penick. And then it all comes down to timing.
Yep, as you can see, the 2 car now, he's going to really try to do everything he possibly can to get in that position. But that 3 car's tough. It's going to be kind of difficult for him to get where he needs to do to capitalize to try to win this thing today.
Well, that seems to have cost Kobe.
Yeah, the bottom groove, it's kind of hard to get up off the corner there when the top 2 are drafting on the outside. You lose a lot of momentum.
Penick looking inside, then tucks back in. That allows Kobe to close back one more time.
Yeah, once somebody, the second place car, drops back down and creates a bigger air pocket behind them, that's when you see that 3rd place or 4th place car catch back up. This is going to be interesting. I really think the 3 car is just eyeing them up, trying to get to that last lap. Usually happens getting into 3. They try to make their move. Here goes the 2 car. He's gonna try to get to the bottom, but again, if there's no hole in between those 2 guys, he's not going to be. He's trying everything he can to slow his momentum down, but Rowan Pennick did a really good. He's still slamming wheels, but he did a really good job keeping his momentum on the outside, so he couldn't get him.
Try him here in 3.
This is his chance. If he just didn't have enough speed there to get in between both those cars.
Pennick doing a tremendous job in that blue 3. Now there's 1 to go. Bonsignore's going to have to just worry about Pennick.
Here's where Bonsignore's rear bumper gets really, really wide here.
Setting him up as they run for 3. How low will they go? Oh, right into the back of him. Pennick gives him a shot and then goes to the wall. Almost climbs it. And now Kobe crawls up to 2nd. But it's going to be Bonsignore taking the win in the NASCAR Whelen Modified All-Star Race.
51, Bonsignore, he just slowed down. He just tried to stop all the momentum of the 3 car, and the 3 car just slammed right in the back of him, had no place to go. It's an old Riverhead Raceway short track trick that slowed down the bottom groove, and that's what it takes. Whatever it takes, it's an all-star shootout race, and you got to do whatever you have to do to win the race.
And Justin Bonsignore, wow, here's that move you're talking about.
Yeah, you can see he just slowed down. He just stopped all the momentum. If the 3 car had a split second sooner, a chance right before that to go to the outside, he probably would have got him because he would have got alongside of him. But he just decided right there he was going to the bottom, and you can see the 51 just slows down right there. He just slows down and stops all the momentum in the 3 car and broke something there when he ran into him and hit the wall.
A fair move or a dirty move?
It's the shootout. It's any kind of move that you need to do it. And on a last lap of any race, you pretty much got to do what you have to do. But this is the all-star race.
And it works out for Justin Bonsignore. He's going to victory lane. We'll meet him when we come back on NBCSN. Pretty wild finish here of the NASCAR Whelen Modified All-Star Race in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We said it's a prestigious one and usually a pretty wild finish. And today, no different. It's Justin Bonsignore. A little bit of a brake check going into turn 3. Puts him in victory lane. Here he comes out of the car. Let's meet our winner, Derek.
Well, they said they weren't going to spray the car because they've got to keep it for tomorrow. But when we talked earlier in the day, you said you were going to treat it like a practice, but if the opportunity come to win, you were going to. When did that opportunity come for you?
Pretty early. Right after those first couple yellows, I realized our car was really good, and I just wanted to get to the front and, draft with some of the faster cars to see what we could have to learn. And we played that invert pretty well and was able to get to the lead, and our car was just really good out front. Rowan got a good run on me down the back, and I did block like everybody does here at Loudon, and didn't work out so well for him. But just can't thank everybody enough. The Phoenix Communications LFR number 51 was on point today, so we just got to come back tomorrow and try and do it again.
From today, what have you learned that you can use for tomorrow's race?
Just building the notebook. Our car was really good in traffic and then a little free leading the pack. So we'll fine-tune it on for tomorrow. Obviously, the track's going to keep changing with the VHT and the cup rubber. So we'll put it all in the notebook and enjoy this one today. It's always cool to win at Loudon.
Justin Bonsignore's winning momentum continues as he picks up the All-Star win today here at the Magic Mile.
Oh, boy, he's had quite the year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's getting really used to that victory lane.
So Kobe ends up in 2nd. McKennedy was quick at the end of this one, ends up 4th.
Yeah, it was a good run for the 7NY, and it was great practice for everybody today, and I'm sure you're going to see a really good race for tomorrow.
I'm sure Kobe took a lot of notes as well as he ends up 2nd today.
Well, Doug Kobe was one of those guys that was a comer and goer this afternoon. He started 7th, fell back to 15th, and then made his way back up to the podium. And at what point did you think that you weren't going to get back up there?
Oh, I knew we had a good enough car to get there. It was just a matter of how many green flag laps we were going to get with cautions in the All-Star race, We had a good car. I'm happy with the Mayhew Tools number 2. This is our second car here, but this is a car that's won 2 modified tour features here at Loudon, so it's no slouch. And we only got 11 laps of practice on it today right at the end of the session and just put 35 more on it, and it was pretty good. I could come through traffic pretty good, but once the 51 and 3 were hooked up nose to tail, you need a little bit of a gap, and I was hoping the 3 would go away a little bit and leave a little space so I could slide up there. But Rowan and his spotter Brian Crowley, they know how to run second here very well and wait to the last lap, and I don't know, whatever, Justin blocked him and Rowan hopped a wheel or something, and if I was a little bit closer, I might have had something for Justin, but I tried the bottom a few times and lost some track position. So it's the All-Star race. It's fun. I got to try stuff for tomorrow, man. That's what I'm here for.
Does it take the pressure off of you having 2 cars to be able to race? Because most of the guys are going to use the same car for both days.
No, I don't want to wreck any more cars. We've just put a clip on that car after Langley, so we weren't in a position where we wanted to risk it again. You know, the pressure with one car, it's a little different with 2 cars. You have less time to tune on each car, and all these guys just got 35 laps of race conditions on their actual race car for tomorrow, which we didn't get. So it works to our advantage by having the opportunity to not worry about it if there's accidents or whatever, but it also works to our disadvantage because they get more track time.
Solid second for the number 2 car today.
You know he's going to be a contender tomorrow.
Always is at the end.
No doubt about it. Our next race here, K&N Pro Series, the Case's General Store 150 from Iowa Speedway. They bring the East and the West together. It's going to be a great one to watch here on NBCSN. Let's go back down to Derek.
Well, guys, as you can see behind me, the Bowler Racing crew is going to work on the number 3 of Rowan Pennick and involved in that wreck at the end of the day. And asked Rowan if we could have a word with him. He said that he was good. He was a little upset right now, so we wanted to let cooler heads prevail. But as you can see right now, the Bowler Racing crew has got a lot of work to do for the race tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it was a pretty good shot there at the end.
It was. He hit the wall pretty hard. These guys are going to be working, you know, deep into the night to get ready for tomorrow.
We'll have that race coming for you here on NBCSN as well. But for today, the NASCAR Whelen Modified All-Star Race goes to the man who's been on a tear so far this year as Justin Bonsignor wins it here at Loud. For Derek Bernasiglio and Tommy Baldwin, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from New Hampshire Motor Speedway.